Hello guys and welcome to the second part of the step-by-step print-on-demand process. Now in the first part we covered the research process. Now in this second part we are going to create the design based on our research. So without any further delay, let's get started. So if you remember in the last research video we have generated some of the keywords, some of the phrases that we would like to use on our t-shirts, and I'm going to use one of these phrases in this shirt. But before I use the phrase and start designing, we need to create a graphic, a design element for that betta fish. And for that purpose, of course, you can buy the graphics online, and that's if you feel that, or you can create them yourself. And in this video I'm going to create it from scratch using some reference images. To find the reference images, you can use Google image search. You can use the Unsplash website, which provides Creative Commons license for these images, and also you can use this Pixabay website, and I have already searched for betta fish. And also in the Google images, make sure that when you search images for betta fish or any of the design element that you would like, make sure to go into the tools, and in the usage right, make sure that you select Creative Commons license, so that if you are going to use this image or create the design based on the image, it makes sure that these images are in the Creative Commons license and you will not face any kind of copyright issues. But again, I do not prefer this Google images. I prefer to go to the Unsplash or Pixabay or any other platform or website that provides copyright free images. Now I already have downloaded the image and I'm going to use that image in our design. So let's open up Affinity Designer and start designing. Now I'm using Affinity Designer, but you can use any software. It doesn't matter which software you use. Most of the basic tools and the basic functions are the same, and I'm going to create a vector design so that if I have to scale it up later on, maybe for any other kind of product, I can easily scale it up. So let's start by go to File, New, and I'm using 15 by 18 inches. So let's put 18 inches. That's the t-shirt size for the Merch by Amazon. So I'm mainly creating it for Merch by Amazon at this point. Again, I'm going to color format RGB and color profile, and I'm going to use transparent background at this point, and I don't need any kind of bleed elements. So this is the settings for this Merch by Amazon t-shirts template and mostly clothing templates. And let's start create. Now I need a background. I prefer a black background, so I'm going to create a rectangular shape, and I'm going to change its stroke to none and fill color to a simple black color. Okay, now that we have created our background, let's lock it so that we do not accidentally move it, and let's save our template before creating any kind of elements or importing any kind of images, so that in the case of accidental crash of the software, we might not lose our work. Okay, now let's import the image inside our this document. Now here is our image, and we can definitely rotate it a bit and to make it more suitable, position it at a more suitable location. Let's just flip it because I prefer to draw in this direction. So yeah, this is looking good. Let's just lock it. Now you don't have to create the vector graphic, you can definitely use images as well, but I prefer to create a vector design because of the ability to scale them up and color them as I want. So let's just zoom in and let's start creating. Now first I'm going to create the fins, and then I'm going to create the main fish body. So I'm not going to create much details here. I would like to keep it simple, just for coloring reasons. So let's start creating the fin, the back fin, using the pen tool, and let's just try to trace it. No, not exactly tracing. It's not. I would not call it exactly tracing, but it's just that I prefer to make the I'm just trying to. Now it's not exactly tracing, it's just loose, you can say that, design. let's just put a stroke here so that we can easily see our outline. And we might remove the stroke later on, but or maybe we can keep it, but for now let's just put a stroke here, and let's put all the details that I would like to see in it, and then create further thing. So for the details I would like to see these lines here, and for that purpose I'm going to create some random, not very close to the original, just something at random, and we can definitely color it. We will color it later on, and make it a little bit uh, good looking, more colorful, more something like that. So yeah, let's just trace it and then move forward. Okay, now we have created the inside these structures, and let's confine it to the original shape. And so we are going to select this background, create this background shape, create a copy of it, and then select this front line, and we are going to intersect these. So let's intersect this thing so that it's going to find inside our main element. So this is looking pretty nice, and the same thing we will do with the rest of the fins. And I might fast forward it and see you after we are done with creating these fins. Okay, now that we have created all the fins, and now before I go into creating the main fish body, I would like to create the colors inside of these fins and finish these fins first, and then move on to creating the body. So let's just color it, and I like these warm colors, so I might keep them as it, and I'm not going to choose the same colors here. Let's just hide the background and the main fish image, and bring back all these layers, and try to color it. So let's start by coloring this main tail here. So let's choose the main body color, and let's choose the fill color, and I'm going to use the gradient color here. So definitely we want it to go from the light and to the dark. So For the light color I'm going to choose bit of yellowish, and for the dark color definitely I'm going to choose reddish tones, or maybe yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe yellow should be a little bit more light, and yeah, for me this is looking better, and I might change it later on. Let's see the image, and uh, let's see what else we can do on the inside colors. So on the image here, the inside is a dark reddish, and let's see if we can make it the same, or if we might like a different color. So the inside here, and I'm going to choose for the moment the same gradient color, and let's see if we change what happens. So I'm going to use the hand tool, and in the fill I'm going to make this one a darker reddish, and this one maybe even more dark, maybe purplish bluish. Which one would look better? I think that's looking fine for now. Let's choose the inside, and let's see what we can do with this one. Again, using the fill, and we're going to choose the same darker, and instead of filling it with this dark, maybe we can just fill it with kind of a lighter color, so instead of this dark, making this one should be a little bit brighter, towards almost towards the whitish tones, and make this one instead of red, and maybe more kind of bluish greenish tones. Okay, this doesn't look good. I think we need to keep it at red. That would look fine. I think this is looking fine for now. We can definitely change the final color once we are done with the complete fish body, but for now these are looking good. And let's see if we want to keep these stroke colors or not. So let's choose the stroke color as none, and inside stroke color also as none. I think this is looking pretty much better than having the strokes, so I think I might keep this look. So I'm going to use the same colors for the rest of the fins. So I'm going to select this main body here, and I'm going to choose this color, this color here. So let's add the current fill to the palette. It has added it as a gradient. Now we can go and select this color and make it fill it with this one. Same is the case with the rest of the colors. We can select these colors and add it to our palettes, and so that we can easily use it later on. So inside color again, let's choose this color, and the final this one, and choose this one. Again, we do not want any kind of strokes on this, so let's undo all of the strokes. Okay, so we have deleted the strokes. We are still keeping the outer strokes for these fins, and we'll see if we need it or not later on. So let's fill the rest of the fins with these colors. Let's change the direction of the gradient because it's not looking good. So using the fill tool, I'm going to change the handles, and this is looking fine. Okay, let's select the next layer, this inner layer, and choose the color, inner color. Again, we have to change the handles of the gradient to fit the direction of this thing. The final this one, let's choose the color and then change the direction of the gradient. Again, we do not want to keep any strokes, so definitely remove the strokes. Okay, this is looking fine, kind of like a fire like creature. structure. I'm liking it. Let's color the last fin, and then move on to creating the body. Now, before I go into creating the body, let's group these fins and arrange them, especially this last fin. Bring it behind all these all these objects. So I'll selected all of these three objects, group them together, and brought them back. And then again, I'm going to select this one, group them together, select this one, group them together, and select these one, and group them together. And I think this one is left behind. Okay, so this one belongs to this group. Let's bring it inside this group. Okay, now all of these four fins are grouped together. Let's group them all of these together. Okay, now that we have grouped them together, we can save the document, and let's hide our this object, and let's start creating the fish body. One thing you might have noticed is that I have not created much details in that, and the same thing goes with the fish body. We're not going to create much details. We are just going to keep it simple, and because the details might not be printed well. And so for that purpose, let's start by creating this body, and simply just some not as close to the original shape, it doesn't matter. Now we do need to create these scales here, and for that purpose I'm just going to create some strokes. First of all, we need to create a stroke of this gill here, and then I would create just some simple strokes for this thing. It doesn't have to be very precise. I might reduce the stroke width. Let's just create a 1 pixel stroke. Now I'm not going to create as much detailed strokes here because I'm going to color this thing, and I don't want the strokes to hide the feeling of these colors. So yeah, just simply yeah. So let's start creating using simple strokes, and they don't have to be precise. So now that we have created these scales, let's group all of these scales together. I don't want to keep them separate, and I might increase the stroke width a little bit. Maybe this is I think this is better. So yeah, we can definitely change it later on, and let's group them together, and let's see how it looks. So we can definitely adjust a few of these lines here to make them look good. Sure. For now it's looking pretty fine. We might adjust it later on, but I think it looks just fine. So let's just create the rest of the face of this fish. So maybe I'm not clearly seeing the face of this fish. So for that purpose, I might reference Google and see Google Images and see how those fish face these drawings look. So let's go to the Google Images and see how that looks. Instead of beta fish, we are going to search for beta fish drawing, and let's see how the face, and they draw the face. So maybe this image, and really a simple just lip shape, and then this one. I think we can draw this one. So yeah, just maybe simple like this one, and then it's coming from here, and then it's coming from there as well. And I think this looks fine. Yeah, I might keep it. Okay, like this one, and maybe move this one a little bit uh, higher here, and maybe make this one a little thicker. I think 2 points would be fine. So yeah, that's looking fine. Now it's time to create the eye. For the eye, I'm going to create a cartoon style eye, not that realistic style eye, and maybe that will look fine. Maybe just let's go back and see those drawings on Google Images and see if we can get a good cartoon eye look. So this is a realistic eye, that's also looking fine. And let's see if we have any cartoon looking eyes on these images, these drawings. And well, now it doesn't seem like they have a cartoon eye except this one. The rest of them are these realistic looking eyes. So yeah, we can, let's just try to create our eye shape like this, and then maybe if we don't like, we might move on to creating a cartoon style eye. So a simple circle, that should be fine, and then an inner circle, this is looking fine, and we need to make it uh, black. So simple black color, and then copy it and paste it, and then move it up a little bit and maybe fill it with a white color. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, that's looking fine. I think I might keep it as it, you know, and maybe fill this background eyeball into the white color as well. So that's looking fine for me now. Well, now it's time to create color the fish body, and let's look at the reference image that we had. So the fish body is kind of fluorescent type of, from darker to light bluish type of thing. So let's just create this thin blue color and see how it looks. So this one, let's choose a fill color and maybe fill it with this gradient for the movement, and then change the colors. So maybe slightly this one, and maybe from reddish. Let's just see how it looks on with these fins, because without fins it would not look that better. So fins, and let's move the fins towards the top. No, I think the fins look better on the back. So yeah, so the fins, and I want to make the tail more in, close to the, I would say that, to its yellowish tone. And so for that purpose I might bring it close to this yellowish thing, kind of orangish yellowish, and because I want them to look like kind of merging into the tail. So that's looking fine. I might change the face color from red to bluish, and that's looking fine. I think this is looking better, from bluish to pink, and that totally depends how you want to your design to be, whether it's want to be darker purplish, and how you are satisfied with your design. Okay, that looks fine, and I think it's looking fine. The fish is looking pretty fine for now. Of course, it's not realistic, it's cartoony, but still I think it's fine. I might move this gill, this inner gill, this one a little bit back towards here, and maybe, just rotate this gill a little bit, and move it here, and maybe the tail should be at the back, maybe like this one, and then again move this a little bit here, and maybe kind of give it a curve look, and that's fine. This is also looking fine, and if we do not like this back downward fin, we can definitely replace it with the top fin if we want. So let's just increase the size of this top fin, and move it here. I think that's looking fine. And let's see how it looks with the bottom fin replaced with the top fin. So let's just hide this one, create a copy of the top fin, and flip it vertically and see how it looks. Now this is looking much better because it's symmetrical, definitely, that's why. And let's just see it. So this is more kind of a realistic look, and this is more of a symmetrical beauty look, and we'll see which one we should keep towards the end. For now this is looking fine. Let's see if we can change the this mouth color from blue to any other color, and this purplish looks fine, and other lighter colors also look good because it brings out the shapes of our fish. Let's see what other color fish these fish we have, and then we can decide the color on the mouth. So all of these fish I have, this one especially has a yellowish to whiter color, so definitely the face, the mouth have lighter colors, and we can keep that lighter color on our fish. And I think I would keep the lighter color on the mouth as well, because I just want to make the eyes pop out. So this is looking fine for me now. Yeah, I might keep it as it. So fish tank is done. Let's just group it all together. So we do not need any reference image now. We can simply delete it, save it, and before I scale it down or up a bit, I'm just going to create a copy of it because I don't want to mess with the original image. So on this this larger copy, upper copy, I'm going to scale it down a bit and move it here in the center. Now it's time to choose the words and phrases that we have selected, and then we can be done with our design. So I'm going to select one of these phrases. So fish better have my money, and I think I like this one. Life is fantastic with a better dad, and we can use that. So I'm going to create a circular shape, this style like this one, and I think that looks fine. And let's just arrange them at the center, and we do not want any kind of fill color. Let's just do fill color, maybe use a white stroke color just so that we can see our outline. So we have this thing, and let's choose type color, artistic text, and if you think let's hide the background. If we bring it closer to the edge of our circle, we can see that now it's kind of a type on a path kind of tool. So let's click here and select typing. So we can say life is fantastic. Okay, I think that's the text. So life is fantastic with a let's see if we can keep it with text here. So fantastic with a. So let's just increase the size of this text, increase the size, and this is looking fine, and we can definitely add the word white. Okay, so it's looking fine. Let's move the text towards the center here. We can make it center, you know. Okay, we might need to move it back. Okay, we need to change the font now. So before I change the font, I might want to change the color of this thing as well. So let's find a suitable, interesting font. Now that I've chosen the font, let's increase the font size a bit, and maybe let's see about 120. So that's looking fine. Maybe 130, but that's much better. So we have selected the top text, life is fantastic, and I might remove these words with a because I want to make this font look even much bigger. Okay, let's just increase the font size now. So it's looking fine, life is fantastic, and I might decrease the fish size a little bit here. And now it's time to create the other text. So I'm using the artistic text tool, and I'm trying to type with R, and let's just reduce the size here with R, and then create another text, better dad, and let's change the font on this better dad. We can just really keep it as it, and see how it looks, and we can change the font as well. I think I will keep the font on better dad as it, and I'm going to change the font on this with a text. Let's just decrease the size here. But that's looking fine. Let's just center these and center this text as well. Center this one. Okay, this is looking fine, and this text is a little bit too big. I might decrease it. Then final adjustment you can definitely make as you like, and you can definitely change the font on this one as well. So yeah, this is looking fine to me. I might adjust it a little bit, maybe add some other elements to it, and see how it looks. So this one is looking fine for me. Now I might adjust it later on a little bit, and make a few changes here and there. But I think this tutorial is getting a little bit too long, and so yeah, I'll just finish it here, and then I will move on to the second part of the tutorial, actually the third part of the tutorial, that is uploading the design on much by Amazon. So if you want to know about that, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to press that bell icon so that you can be notified about my future videos, and especially the third part of this video. So I'll see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.